Hello, and thank you for tuning into my channel today. I'm Father Steve Sellers, and this is my brief message of hope and inspiration. I hope you're having a truly inspired and a joyful day today. And if not, then maybe I can help you a little bit. I was just playing a few bars of the spiritual from the 1970s called The Servant Song. And it's got a very powerful message in it. It said, "Won't you let me be your servant? Let me be as Christ to you, and pray that I might have the grace to let you be my servant too." I was talking to children at Mass this morning. It's always a great privilege to be able to do that. About the great people I have met in my life. Have you met great people in your life? Can you think of those that you would consider great? There are some in my life that I have met that really stand out. I told the children today about two of them. One, I have a picture of him right here. I had the opportunity to meet the great Ted Williams. This was when he was manager of the Washington Senators. And as some of you know, the Washington Senators in 1972 moved to Arlington, Texas. And Ted Williams, the great Hall of Fame baseball player, who was the first manager of the Texas Rangers. I had the privilege of meeting him. And he was a truly great person, a great baseball player. I don't think anyone would dispute the fact that he is great. He was the last player to hit 400 in a season, and will probably never have anyone else to do that. After he did it in 1941, he hit 406. And then I told the students about another great person, a woman that I had the privilege of meeting 3 times and interviewing her back in my days in the news business in the 1970s, and that was Coretta Scott King, the widow of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. She was in Memphis several times while I was a reporter for the newspaper there, and I got to meet her. I don't think anyone would dispute the fact that she is great also, a great woman in U.S. history. Her greatness comes not only from the cause that she stood for of equality, liberty, peace, but also her greatness comes from the fact that she suffered greatly for all of those things that she stood for. And I was telling the students today that there are 2 standards for greatness. So the standards that the world uses, and then there are the standards that Jesus uses. I had a man talk to me a few days ago about how he said he would never amount to anything in his life. He said he always wanted to do something great in his life, and he realized that he was never going to have that opportunity, that it would never happen to him. He's thinking as the world thinks, however. He's looking at standards like those that Ted Williams met, that like great leaders in government and politics and in business have met. He's forgetting that Jesus has a different standard. It came out loud and clear in the gospel reading today, where Jesus says that if you really want to be great, you must be the servant of all. And if you want to be truly esteemed by all, then you must be the slave of all. And of course, Jesus was the one that got to listen to his apostles argue about which of them was the greatest apostle. And we know how that ended up on the night in which our Lord was betrayed. Right there at the Last Supper, the holy table, the apostles were arguing among themselves about which of them was the greatest. And as John tells us in John chapter 13, Jesus got up from the table and took off his outer garment and put a towel around his waist and washed their feet. True greatness in the eyes of the Lord is when we give ourselves in service to others. It's when we humble ourselves, knowing that Jesus humbled himself all the way to the cross and beyond for us. We can be great and accomplish great things by serving the least of the Lord's children. Greatness is within your grasp today. It's not something that we only aspire to, that we can never get to. Greatness is there. Go read the Bible to someone who's a shut-in, and you are truly great. Go visit the sick, and you are doing truly great things in the eyes of the Lord. Give food to the hungry. Give water to the thirsty. Go to the prisons and check and visit in with them. Greatness is within your grasp today. Jesus has put it within you. God has put it within you. You're precious to Him, and He loves you. And when you truly want to be great in His eyes, first of all, He already loves you with His whole heart. But if you want to be great, serve the least of His children. And just know that He's with you today and that He loves you. And there's never any place you can go today where He's not going to be there with you. He loves you and He's with you forever. May you have a wonderful day today. God bless you.